I will never say another pledge in Jamaica. The only line I will say in this anthem is, deliver us from evil powers.
It's Multimasi, bringing you the latest happenings in dancehall and reggae music. Welcome, it's Multimasi, and here are the stories making the cut for today. Teacher exposes Andrew Holness and breaks down. Stay tuned for the stories in detail. And remember to follow me on Instagram at Multi_Masi. Massive, you know I put you on to some useful information from time to time, and today I have a solution to our electricity problems. It's called Soninkah Limited. They provide solar street lights for domestic and business use. These lights can go as high as 20 feet tall. This is ideal for anyone who gets up early or gets in late. Farmers and hotel workers come to mind. People in the rural areas were like gone frequently and it takes forever to come back on a normal mean. Senior citizens, people who live in crime-prone areas, and I'm sure it will come in handy during the hurricane season. It's a Jamaican running this company. It's a Jamaican company. So let's support our own. You can reach out to them on WhatsApp at 954-275-9737. Email at soninkah17@gmail.com. If you're curious about the product, feel free to get further information from their Instagram page. That is at Soninkah Limited. And guess what? Door-to-door delivery is available. So go ahead, Massive, contact them now. You won't regret it. By now, you all must be aware of the pay hike for politicians and the backlash it received from the populace. The Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed the pay hike. Check this out.
Immediately as this is announced, you are going to see a greater interest in the political field. So everyone who is occupying a political office ought to be thinking very carefully that I need to increase my political performance, because believe me, there are many young people out there now who have started to look at entering the political field with higher educational qualifications, higher skills level, higher competencies. You are going to see, as a result of this, an increase, an improvement in the level of entrance coming into the political field. No questions asked. But you're also going to see an improvement, massive improvement, in the existing occupants of the posts, because they have to now step up their game. Competition. We sat in the cabinet and we agonized even whether or not we should even take any increase. Not something that we took lightly, because we know that there are persons who will try to make political fodder over it. As a country, what has plagued us is that we have treated the political class with schizophrenia and disdain. The truth is, you get the quality of governance that you elect. And every government is afraid to touch it, because if you touch it, people say you don't deserve it. Why we should pay you more, and the country not running well? The country not running well because of that very reason. You have chosen to have an underpaid political class. How must they deliver?
Shortly after, we saw this video circulating on TikTok with a teacher. She's so traumatized, she says she don't even know if she wants to go back to work. She don't even know if she wants to be a patriot anymore. Check out this video.
I couldn't in good conscience get up this morning and put on clothes and say that I'm going to work. Not after that bomb that Nigeria dropped on us yesterday. When teachers were getting $2 million per year plus allowances, the PM was getting $9 million plus allowances. And due to the restructuring of salaries, teachers are now getting $2.5 million per year, no allowances. And they moved the PM's salary to $28 million over the 3 years. Teachers got $30,000. Well, I got $30,000 over a 3-year period. And the PM and other members of parliament are getting $19 million. Isn't that disgraceful? Nigel is saying he wants to attract the best minds. the brightest minds. I am one of the brightest minds in this country right now. When I was at UWI in 2011, I did not score not even a single B. I got straight A's. I graduated with a master's with distinction. I am one of the brightest minds, and they give me $30,000 over 3 years, and giving other some dunce counselors who don't even have CXC $12 million. I am no longer patriotic. I no longer care about nation building. I will never, unless this changes, I will never sing another line out of the national anthem. I will never say another pledge in Jamaica. The only line I will say in this anthem is, deliver us from evil powers. This cannot be justice. We cannot, as a country, sit down and allow this to continue. We cannot. We should not allow this government to take us and turn us into some puppet show. Our own country. Jamaica, I just will come to. I'm going to sing.
Me not lie, me feel her pain. Worse when she talk about the counselor them, because baby girl not tell no lie. As she pointed out, she's one of the brightest minds in the country, and she get less pay than a counselor will probably not even have CXC. Make it make sense. Anyways, the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, had this to say about the pay hike. Check it out.
The principle of equity was not adhered to in the new public sector pay arrangements, and many public servants were left out in the cold. In this context, the massive award to the political class further offends that principle of equity. It is a principle that the People's National Party believes in and had consistently advocated for from the outset of the restructuring process. It has also come to light that this level of increase will put the salaries of Jamaican elected officials way higher than our peers in the region. That is a situation which is difficult to justify, given that Jamaica has one of the lowest rates of GDP per capita among our regional peers and has not managed to rise out of this chronic low growth rate. This salary mechanism will need to be revisited under the next PNP government. The hollow argument about attracting people to go into politics does not resonate with me. Nowhere in the world is monetary compensation the inducement to enter politics to give honest service to one's nation. What our country needs at this time is to attract, motivate, and retain persons in our teaching, nursing, and law enforcement professions. The opposition is of the view that increases in the salary of elected officials should be suspended until the outstanding grievances of the public sector workers are satisfactorily addressed. I did not come into politics to enrich myself, but to serve the people of Jamaica. As leader of the opposition, I must lead by example at a time like this. I will therefore redirect the bulk of the 240% increase in my pay, retaining 20% of the increase and contributing the rest to persons in need and other worthy causes. And I intend to do this until the grouses of the public sector workers have it sorted out to their satisfaction.
Do you guys believe what Mark Golding is saying, or wanna feel him just a trickery like the rest of politicians? For those of you who did not know, there was a protest about this very same issue. Here are some highlights.
I'm Dr. Michael Abrahams. I'm here by myself. I'm not part of an organization. I'm here as a Jamaican, and I feel offended because of what just took place. I think they deserve a raise. The Prime Minister's salary was rubbish. The man works hard. The man all of them deserve a raise. I have no problem with that. But the amount by which their salaries was increased, that amount, and the timing of it coming after the nurses were literally, the teachers recently were literally begging for something that made sense. It's unconscionable. It's arrogant and it's insensitive. So we can't accept that. And this doesn't mean that the opposition are saviors either, because you sit down and taking it. I haven't heard the opposition say, we're going to take less too. I haven't heard that. In all fairness, when Bruce Golding became Prime Minister, he took a 15% pay cut. In all fairness. I don't hear the opposition saying, no, we're not going to take all of that. So the system is corrupt. We're in a bad way. But I don't think we should sit down and take this. I know too many nurses and teachers and police struggling. So no, I'm offended by this.
About say you gave us $1.2 million in retro money. You took $898,000 from that. So we didn't benefit. We were standing at a loss at the end of the day. And this cannot be a good thing for us as teachers.
What should be done? Should it be rolled back, or should they get a salary increase incrementally or a lower amount? What should be done now by the government?
I think it should be rolled back. I don't see a need. Based on what we were looking at the other Caribbean countries, they were in the right wage agreement in terms of salary remuneration for the job that they were doing. So to increase this now, and we are the second worst performing country per capita in the Caribbean, why do we need to increase it? We don't have money to keep an election, but then we have money to pay politicians. We don't have money to offset the whole heap of backlog of surgeries that patients have 3-4 years, but then we have money to increase politician money. You see where I'm going? $13,000 cannot suffice a family at this time. I don't even know where chicken back is at right now, but I'm sure it's at $100. And you're telling me that you couldn't give minimum wage an increase to at least $20,000, but you're taking a 300% increase? How do you justify that? There's no justification for that. This is complete plain wickedness. This is worse than the stem of calling somebody to tell them that, hey, you have won something. You are blatantly looking in our eyes and say that we could not give you a 30% increase, but yet you took 300. Cannot be good.
So that's it for today, Massive Montana. Big up on a nice clean self. Enough love, enough respect. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Positive vibrations going out to the Massive. I'm out of Massey. Magan.
Mouta Massey. Covering the latest in Jamaican music and culture. Like, share, comment and subscribe now.